My whole life, I always knew I was special. Even with no remainders, I could always move a decimal. Money on my mind while the girls that made un beso. Hustlers in my blood and it's running through my vessels. Just trying to clear the threshold, just trying to make a way. In my race against time, I could see an early grave. School to prison pipeline, 12 years a slave. Suspension and detention is conditioned for a cage.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Rolly Romero says that Floyd Mayweather wants him to beat Tank. It is of his opinion that Floyd Money Mayweather wants him to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Let's take a listen at what he had to say. And this video appears courtesy of Fight Hype. Subscribe to Fight Hype.
All right, FightHype.com, Sean Zattel here with Rolando Rolly Romero ahead of May 28th, big Showtime pay-per-view showdown with Gervonta Tank Davis in Brooklyn. It's official, it's in Brooklyn now, but Rolly, man, who do you think Floyd Mayweather wants to win this fight, the promoter of the fight?
Oh, man. I don't know. There's somebody that's pissing off somebody, so... I don't know, man, but I'm gonna say he's neutral, but I'm pretty sure some people have a pretty good feeling. I'm pretty sure, you know. I'm pretty sure I know who he wants to win. So,
Would you feel that'd be yourself or Tank?
Man, I just think I'm much more marketable, and apparently he doesn't have a contract with him anymore, so. I'm pretty sure they want me to win. I'm pretty sure.
Well, what did you think of Gervonta's comments about my contract's almost up, that's why they want me to fight this guy so badly?
That just sounds like he's just trying to find a way to get out the fight. Like, he's over there trying to find, he's like, oh, Rolly's an easy fight, Rolly's a bum, all that stuff, but he doesn't want to fight me and not get, I don't know, probably the easiest payday of his life. Does that make sense? The motherfucker's scared of me. It's okay. We're gonna. I promise, Gervonta. I promise, it's gonna be quick and painless. You're not even gonna fucking realize you got knocked the fuck out. I promise you.
So for sparring today, you're getting ready to spar. How many?
All right, I'm gonna turn it over to a Rolly supporter, Trill Dollar Bill. What's your reaction to Rolly saying that Floyd wants him to win, and him saying that he's gonna make it painless for Gervonta? He won't even realize he got knocked out.
Listen, Rolly is learning. He's learning, and he's watching the Boxing Bros. You see how he took up on our points. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, they riding with me. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm not mad at him by saying that Floyd wants him to win. You know what I'm saying? And he's using the perfect, the mind games and how he's talking, how he's feeling, and he has things to back it up. People think Rolly is crazy. He's made some of the things he's crazy like. And when you believe in yourself, you know what I'm saying? People think you're crazy because he believes in himself. You know? And I'm not mad at Rolly. Rolly, he's gonna bring everything he got, and he's probably right. If Tank's not signed to Floyd and Rolly is, of course he's gonna want Rolly to win. That's his fighter, opposed to Tank, who might be going somewhere else, But that wouldn't be far-fetched. But I'm just happy to see Rolly getting his shot, if he does get his shot, because there's a chance that fight might not even happen. And like we said before Rolly put out this interview, we said it. If Rolly is so horrible, and he sucks so bad, it's a terrible. Why is everybody so afraid to get in there with him? Go in there, make an example of him. If he's so horrible, go in there and make an example of him. But it got to be something there. Team Rolly till he gets his shot. Shout out to Rolly. I'm happy for him.
All right, Conspiracy.
Yeah, this is Rolly's horrible at being politically correct, because I think he didn't want to admit, like, yeah, Floyd's rooting for me, but he couldn't help himself. I mean, man, come on, y'all know, man, he's picking me. I'm like, but like, I agree that Rolly can become a huge star but to say Rolly's a bigger star than Tank right now, nah, that's a fallacy, you know. But Rolly does have like the skill sets, like he has a punching power. His footwork's not the best, but if you can knock out a bunch of guys at 130, 135, hey man, people want to see knockouts. So like Floyd could build him into the next Tank, and low key I kind of agree with Tank. Like, if I'm off my contract, I'm not trying to make your next guy a superstar. I'm gonna be like, nah, let me fight somebody else. I'll find a way to fight someone else. Is it like, hey, I'm scared of him? No, it's just I'm not gonna like set up my demise for you guys. It doesn't make sense, Go ahead.
How is it you're not scared of him then? Because you're saying I'm not gonna make your next guy a superstar. The only way Rolly becomes a superstar is if he beats Tank. If Tank goes in there and steamrolls Rolly, then
not necessarily. All right, so let's just keep it real. Tank's been getting some lovely touches in his career lately. You know what I'm saying? We know this, and I know Tank and Rolly have like a history and everything at the Mayweather gym and all of that stuff. And the way Tank's talking, I can tell Rolly is a threat. You know what I'm saying? So even if Tank wins, that could be like a tough fight. And then even in defeat, Rolly could be the next guy, because think about it. Rolly does have the gift of gab. He is charismatic. He's entertaining. He's funny. People want to see that. Like when you think about it, Leonard Elby and Floyd, they made Tank a star. And this dude, he doesn't really have that charisma. He's not really a funny type of dude. He's real timid, so a guy like Rolly, man, that's star power waiting to happen, So all Rolly has to do is just have a good performance. He doesn't necessarily even have to win. But if he does win, that's even better. But if he shows like, hey, this was like a hard fight for both gentlemen, yo, man, he's next up. Floyd could work with that, So if I was Tank, I don't know. And not to mention, it's like, yo, what is Rolly to him? Unless
who's Isaac Cruz?
Like,
how's Isaac Cruz a bigger name than Rolly?
He's not. But remember what I just said. They've been force feeding this dude food. You know what I'm saying? So now on his last fight, and he's openly saying, yeah, I might not re-sign with Floyd. Now Floyd's like, well, you're gonna be fighting Rolly. What's up? You know what I'm saying? He's like, whoa.
He was already supposed to fight Rolly.
Yeah, but they found a way to shut it down last time. You know what I mean? So then now Tank's trying to find a way to get about that again. You know what I mean? And I can't blame Tank for that because it's like, yo, man, if Tank is going to fight somebody, man, yo, try to get the Lomachenko fight or something. You know what I mean? I know that's not going to happen.
He ran from it already.
He ran from it.
That's what I ran from it already.
I know it's not going to happen, but I wouldn't take the Rolly fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all risk, no reward. You know what I'm saying? It's like literally for Tank, it's all risk, no reward. Why would Tank want to agree to pretty much finance his ops?
What was Isaac Cruz versus Tank Davis?
Nothing.
All risk, no reward.
It was all food. But think about it. They don't need with Tank, the way they built him, he could fight subpar dudes and still sell out arenas. You know what I'm saying? They had a whole formula for Tank that was working. Now that Tank,
so I'm just lost. So then why not fight Rolly? Isn't he a subpar dude?
I don't think so. See, I don't believe he's subpar. I don't believe what Tank.
Didn't you call Rolly a Cubano?
Yeah, but listen to me.
Okay, then.
That was that.
You called him fool.
This is something called hyperbole. Sometimes I over.
No, G, no, not from you. You understand? You only make dishes for fighters that you say are food. You got Ukrainian shit. Cubano.
Walk with me on this. I still think Tank's gonna win. However, if I was in Tank's shoes, I'm not feeding this dude, man. I'm not. Yo, y'all not gonna set up your next star on my watch. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if y'all gonna do that, y'all better pay me handsomely for my last fight with y'all. So I will. That's what I'm saying. I won't be mad at Tank if Tank tries to get out of this fight. And like people could be like, "Yo, he's thugging." I'm like, he ain't thugging, Rolly. He just don't want to make this dude a star. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, it is what it is, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody looking for Rolly like that, anyways. Rolly gets this fight, Rolly becomes that star.
Yo, Rolly said something, and he was instantly trending on Twitter. Rolly smiled weirdly at a camera and he was trending on Twitter,
Because
bro. Come on, man.
he's starting to be that guy. Because they're starting to see that, yeah, these guys, you know, they got all this skill, and into the eye, you're looking at the way Rolly fights, but then these guys don't want to get in there with him. You know, I really think that he has that Mayorga syndrome. You know what I'm saying? That he's that awkward style, but he could be 2-time, 3-time world champion if these guys go in there and think that he's just some easy walkthrough. You know?
I don't think Tank thinks that. Like
now he doesn't.
Saying that, that's
but he don't think so.
I don't believe he believes that. It's like it sounds cute, but like, yo, Tank, stop it, bro. We know you got respect for Rolly. You know what I'm saying? We know you got respect for his skills. So it's just, you know, dudes be talking, but I don't think Tank is really on something like, yeah, I'm gonna run through this dude. Because if you really think you're gonna run through him, then just set up the fight and humiliate him. But I don't think he thinks that's gonna happen. So he's trying to get up out that fight. And I'm not saying he's ducking him. He's just like, yo, you're so beneath me. If I take this fight, I'm gonna make you a superstar. And I don't feel like for Tank's last fight with Floyd, anything can happen. You know what I mean? You know me on my conspiracy theories. Judges might go the way of Rolly. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like anything can happen in that. So Tank's probably like, nah, y'all ain't gonna set me up and do me dirty. I'm straight, you know. So it's just something to think about.
How many times have the judges done someone dirty because Tank was on with Mayweather? But
I agree with you. That's my point. You see, you making my point. You just not seeing.
Nah, I'm not making your point. Wait till I make my point. Go ahead. And then you can.
Oh, no, I'm done.
I'm just saying you can. When I make my points, you can come back with me. We can go back and forth. All right, go ahead, Ned.
Rolly couldn't even say it with his chest, man. That's the thing. Like, I don't know. I don't see what y'all see. Maybe I'm not a believer yet. I just think Rolly he's not a serious fighter. You know, I feel like Tank is solid, yo. You don't get nothing from Tank, yo. If he laugh, he joke with you. But Rolly, he's just like a shaky. He feel like he's always shaky all the time, yo. And he can't just say stuff with conviction. It's always, it was funny, but it's like, come on, Rolly, you should have said it with your chest. Yeah, they want me to win. And if they don't believe in me, they're gonna believe in me when I beat them. Like, you know, but he didn't say any of that, and it was just like he was like being shy with it. But I don't know. Like, I like Rolly, but Tank is a tank. I don't think he's gonna roll through this Tank. Right? The Tank gonna roll on Rolly. All right, that's how I see it playing out. And this is gonna be just a good fight. I think it's the all the way up to May 28th. It's gonna be just great back and forth banter, or Rolly's gonna keep popping off. But you know, it just play the bad guy, Rolly. Like, we all like a bad guy.
Look, here's what I'm gonna say.
Oh, did Trill didn't go?
Trill went. I went to Trill first.
I went first.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
You know what I mean?
Yo, here's what I would say.
I was everything, Rolly.
I used to think that Rolly was going to be an easy fight for Tank. It was Tank's actions that made me now second guess it. Because I was with you, G, when you were doing the whole Cubano thing. I was like, yeah, he's a Cubano. And Trill was the only one riding for Rolly. Like, and I was like, Trill, you tripping, man. Because Trill loves boxers, so Trill sometimes will occasionally like a boxer and see something in a boxer. I'll be like, Trill, I don't know what you see.
Trill sees potential in them.
Yeah, and then they won't, and then Trill still be riding for his boxers, which is cool. That's respect. But I thought it was gonna be one of those situations where like Trill sees something in a box. I'm like, Trill, you just like the trashy talk or something, you know. But there's something to it. When you are afraid to fight him for your last fight with Floyd, like that, this is what you're saying. Like, listen to what you're saying. He was okay with fighting all these easy touches. Never once complained. They were all beneath him by your standards. They were all easy fights for him. Floyd always put him in the advantageous situation, right? Where, like, for example, he got Leo Santa Cruz, where it was advantageous for him. He got Mario Barrios, where it was advantageous for him, right? And Floyd did it so nicely. where you look at like Barrios and how he performed with Thurman, and people are like, well, damn, Tank did him dirty, and look at Thurman couldn't even do him like Tank. Made him look good. Although this dude never won a championship in his career. The one time Floyd tried to actually get him a championship fight, tried to get him to fight with Lomachenko before Teofimo Lopez got it, he cried about it and said Floyd was trying to sabotage his career. Now Floyd is giving him a Rolly Romero instead of a Lomachenko, and he's still crying that Floyd is trying to sabotage his career. So my question is, what the hell do you want? He tried to get you Lomachenko, he wants to sabotage your career. He gets you Rolly Romero, he's trying to sabotage your career. Bro, everybody knows that promoters make you fight other fighters on their stable. Rolly Romero is just another guy on his stable. You were supposed to fight him already. So now that it's your last fight, it's supposed to be some trap. No, it was supposed to be your fight before your last fight, and just some stuff happened. So it could never, it didn't pan out because Rolly had charges on him.
Fake charges.
Now that those charges are gone and Rolly can fight you, he's making the fight you were supposed to have and you tripping. See, now if Floyd was a petty Betty, right? Floyd could have been like, yo, for short term, Isaac Cruz, nah, because you're going to count that on the contract I got with you, and then you're going to complain later. So no, I'm not going to pay you. We're going to pick someone else, and you're going to have a whole new training camp. No, to appease him, Floyd said, I'm going to find you a good, decent fight on short notice so you can still get paid and your work won't be wasted. That's a good employer. See, being a scumbag, the way you're talking about Tank being a scumbag looking at fights, Floyd should have been like, nah. Nope, not big enough. Not going to do the numbers. We're going to have to.
Tank wants Cormier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to find. I'm gonna give Comey. You and Comey's gonna do good numbers. He didn't do that. So now you're talking about Tank, a guy who was looking for guidance when Adrian Broner brought him to Floyd Mayweather. Took a guy who had nothing and made him a pay-per-view superstar in a division where there are a lot of great fighters. Who Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, a bunch of great fighters, T.O., Loma, and made him the pay-per-view star using his machine, only to have this dude sit there and say, my contract is up and they're trying to sabotage me. Bro, they made you. They made you. All they're asking you to do is fight another fighter on their stable. And you're talking about, you would applaud him or you would understand if he backed out. No, I wouldn't. You'd be a custer if you backed out. Because you're supposed to be better than Rolly. He's supposed to be beneath you. You built your whole career fighting fighters who were beneath you. So now this is the guy you worried about? It really makes me think that you are afraid of Rolly. Mm-hmm. It's only Tank's actions that's making me think that. I used to think I was with you. He was a Cubano. But now he's a threat. Now I'm looking at this fight like, yo. Now I look at Tank's last few fights. I look at Isaac Cruz, and Isaac Cruz tagged Tank up a few times. And I'm thinking, what if Rolly did that? I'm looking like Mario Barrios was beating the hell out of Tank. He was beating Tank until Floyd made that passionate plea for him. And then he went out there and then he stopped Barrios. And I'm thinking, Leo Santa Cruz was giving him that work too. And now I'm starting to really sit here and think like, yo, Rolly might be able to beat him. And the first time he's fighting someone who's not afraid of him or someone who he's worried that might be able to beat him, he's scared. The same way he was scared with Vasily Lomachenko. Every time Floyd puts him in a fight, he doubts he can win. Floyd's trying to sabotage his career. Nah, brother. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm sick of seeing Tank fight lower tier competition, and I don't consider Rolly to be the elite. Rolly is what you've been fighting, and if you can't beat Rolly, then that's on you. Floyd is giving you the same level competition that he's been giving you. Nobody in the world thinks that Rolly is some world beater who's supposed to beat you. Rolly's gonna be like a 7-1 underdog. You crying over a 7-1 underdog? Stop it. Nobody feels for you, bro. Take the fight, and if you pull out of the fight, then you lame as hell, and you are not that dude. Period.
I understand. Tank. I understand.
You understand? He's scared.
Ned, Ned said he think Tank gonna whoop him and everything. So Ned, if Tank pulls out of this fight, what are you gonna think?
Did he freeze?
I don't know, Ned.
Now you
Ned on that AOL, dog. AOL.
Yo, it's the face he had while he was frozen, though.
It said it all. That face said it all. You know what I'm saying? That face said it all, TVE. If he pulls out of this fight, it'll be the same way like how he pulled out from the Lomachenko. We understand why he pulled out the fight with Lomachenko. Lomachenko would have did circles around him.
Right. You can just take us out, Joe.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please hit us up on Instagram and Twitter, and check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.